Breaking news: female athletes attacked at Tokyo Olympics. Welcome back to the channel, people. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, thank you for making it Peter Lloyd World. Now go ahead, please hit the subscribe button so we can continue to grow. Look, we're getting so close to our 10,000 subs. Also, when you hit the subscribe button, please remember to go into notification and hit that notification bell so you can know when the next amazing video is about to drop. And we do that roughly once a day, every day here on Peter Lloyd World. Also, if you enjoy our content, hit the like button. The algorithms on YouTube absolutely love the engagement. So go ahead, hit the like button, and plus people, it's absolutely free to hit the like button. Hit the like button. And finally, please leave a comment. So are you ready to talk about this breaking news, this surprising news coming out of the World Athletics regarding Tokyo Olympics? In an article found on World Athletics, it states female athletes the target of 87% of online abuse during the Tokyo 2020 Olympics. And to be frank, I was a little surprised by both the article and these statistics. Now, we all know about trolls and internet trolls, and we understand that trolls are essentially individuals who generally make negative or disparaging or, comments that are not necessarily positive. But I was not aware that this was happening at this level to female athletes at the Tokyo 2020 Olympics. A study carried out by World Athletics into online abuse during the Tokyo 2020 Olympics found that female athletes were the target of 87% of all abuse, and that 65% of all such abusive posts warranted intervention from social media platforms. I should say that I should be surprised, but in some ways I am not. I'm just a little mystified as to why these abusive and hateful comments were targeted at our female athletes globally during the Tokyo 2020 Olympics. That did surprise me. This article, and of course I should say that if you are preparing, if you are at the Olympics to perform at your best, to give of your best for yourself and those who support you, your fans, your community, and your country, online abuse attacks are really the worst things that can possibly happen to you because they have such a terrible psychological effect. The study revealed disturbing levels of abuse of athletes, including sexist, racist, transphobic, and homophobic posts and unfounded doping accusations. It also unequivocally highlights the greater levels of abuse female athletes receive in comparison to their male counterparts. The article goes on to say these results, which follow the launch of World Athletics safeguarding policy early this month, raise concerns that existing safeguarding measures on social media platforms need to be tougher. And this is since the invention of social media as we know it, which has transformed the world as we know it. I mean, I'm using a social media platform as we speak, right here on YouTube. Bullying has, and it's really bullying has transferred itself onto this platform, and I guess our women, our female athletes, are being targeted. And I'm not just saying Jamaican female athletes, I'm saying female athletes globally from countries all over the world are finding themselves targets of these sexist and abusive attacks online as well. And it hurt me. I'm not lie, people, it hurt me. Look, these kinds of online attacks, these kinds of attacks on our female athletes, they can traumatize them. I mean, it can seriously traumatize them. And of course, and this may be the reason for these online abusive attacks, these attacks can also impact how those athletes, how they perform at the Olympics. And I was really kind of surprised that this was happening To this level, 80% of these attacks were aimed at women. Um, to gain an understanding of the level of online abuse in athletics, a sample of 161 Twitter handles of current and former athletes involved in the Tokyo Olympics, derived from a list of 200 athletes selected by World Athletics, was tracked during the study period, starting 1 week prior to the Olympic opening ceremony and concluding the day after the Olympic closing ceremony, July the 15th August to August 9th, 2021. And of course, what they found was nothing short of frightening. As I said, now both male and female athletes are being attacked in on these online platforms and by these trolls. But what shocked, I think, everybody was the level to which women were being targeted, and people 87% are wholly that is a whole lot more than the men. The men, I think, were in the low 60s, but 87% of our female athletes being trolled in these horribly abusive manners, in sexist ways, sexist comments, racist comments. I need to underline that. They said transphobic comments and homophobic comments. And of course, one of the more popular things was to accuse the athletes of doping accusations, which were apparently unwarranted doping accusations. It says 63% of identified abuse was directed at just two athletes, both black and female. I wanted to note that 63% were directed at just two female athletes, both of them black, and obviously both of them females. Now, I'm not going to say this is mystifying. I would more say this is disappointing that our athletes were going through this kind of attack. I mean, this is an attack on your psyche, on your sense of self, on your sense of self-worth, on your self-confidence, and on your person. Because of course, if people are saying these things to you online, and athletes are public figures, people, they're out there running, representing their countries. I am sure that some of these people feared for their life. It's just sad. It's just really, really sad that this is happening. In a world where we share so much of our lives online, this must apply to the virtual as well as the physical world. This research is disturbing in so many ways, but what strikes me the most is that the abuse is targeted at individuals who are celebrating and sharing their performances and talent. I mean, as I said, clearly to me, I think maybe I'm no psychiatrist. That maybe one of the reasons why this is being done, it's to throw these athletes off their game. Maybe some of it is genuine, hate, disparaging, derogatory, racist, etc. But I also think that some of it is also people attempting to affect these female athletes psychologically, so that they are not at their best, and therefore they don't come home with the medals that they would have come home with had they been, at their very, very best. I guess to face these kinds of abuse, is unfathomable, and we all need to do more to stop this. Yeah, we actually do. We actually do. Look, people, you know what I always say. I have a passionate love for track and field. I have the greatest respect for athletes. I can't say I even understand what they put their bodies through, their minds through. And for a woman to be getting ready for the greatest moment, one of the greatest moments in our life, and to have to be suffering this is terrible. So this kind of abuse. Well, one of the athletes who was targeted the most was Sydney McLaughlin, the 400-meter gold medalist from the Tokyo 2020 Olympics, and of course the current world record holder of the 400-meter hurdles world record. So she was one of the two persons who was primarily targeted. And look, people, I know that we get very, very passionate about our athletics. I know how we all get. I get very, very passionate about my athletics. But I think we just have to understand that these women they're giving their best, and if we want to see the best, we don't want any unfair advantage. Um, that's why many of us are against people, doping. So we should not be doing this. Wow. Yeah, so Cindy McLaughlin did speak about this publicly, how she was being harassed and trolled, and horrific statements being made to her online. And I just wanted to share this with all of you because I was genuinely I don't know why I was surprised. I shouldn't be surprised that this kind of stuff is happening, but to the degree with which it was happening during 1 week before and right at the towards the end of the Olympic Games. Of course, I was surprised. I didn't expect this. I mean, these athletes had, we're dealing with a pandemic. We're dealing with all kinds of stresses. These athletes have to be doing their very, very best. And to know that our female athletes are being targeted at this rate, 87%. That's why I said they're being attacked. They're being attacked. Their lives are being threatened. Their livelihoods are being threatened. Their sense of self-worth is being threatened. And I mean, I guess you're gonna always have negative persons, I guess, but it's sad. Look, if you stand with our female athletes, hit that like button and leave a quick comment saying why you stand with our female athletes. If you are anti-hate, if you're anti, all these isms, leave a comment. Leave a comment. I mean, show some love and support for these brave female athletes who had to go through this kind of psychological hell while doing these remarkable performances. Look, Sid McLaughlin broke a world record, people, and won a gold medal. And she's one of many. I mean, she's one of the few that she came out and stated publicly. Show some support. So, we just wanted to share this breaking news with you. I certainly was not aware of, and I'm pretty sure you're hearing this for the first time on Peter Lloyd World. Most of you know that you were not aware that our female athletes from all across the world, including ours, were being attacked in these forms and ways. Remember to hit that subscribe button so we can continue to grow. I want to say thank you for all the new subscribers. Welcome to Peter Lloyd World. Hit the like button. The algorithms love the engagement. Leave a comment. Really leave a comment. Show some support. You are kings and queens. Remain positive. Believe in yourselves. And as always, bless up.